Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Sudra Nabil Pamungkas with student number 83-2021-0024 capture 7. For the love of a man, only live dogs reach John, Thornton, Scam, Joe, Big Soul Legs, Dick and Buck. They fell on the ground and could not move. They were almost dead. It was nearly the end of winter and it was a beautiful day. John Thornton was repairing an axe. It is safe to cross the river here? Asked Hale. Oh no, it's very dangerous. The ice is so thin, answered Thornton. Hal looked at him and said, I don't believe you. We must go to Dawson. Demi cinta seorang pria, hanya 5 anjing yang mencapai perkemahan John Thornton, Joe, Pig, Soul Legs, Dick, dan Buck. Mereka jatuh ke tanah dan tidak bisa bergerak. Mereka hampir mati. Saat itu hampir musim dingin dan itu adalah hari yang indah. John Thornton sedang memperbaiki kapak. Apakah aman untuk menyeberangi sungai di sini? Tanya Hal. Oh tidak, ini sangat berbahaya. Esnya terlalu tipis, jawab Thornton. Hal menatapnya dan berkata, saya tidak percaya pada kamu. Kita harus pergi ke Dawson. He took his whip and cried, Come on, Buck, let's go. Thornton knew these people were stupid and did not understand. The team did not move. After a while, slowly stood up. Joe was crying, but he stood up. Dick tried twice and fell down. The third time he stood up, but did not try. Hal waved him back. Did not want to stand up. He said he had a strange feeling of dawn. He said seen eyes in the front of him. After so much suffering, he thought he did not feel the blood. Then suddenly Thornton jumped on the Hal and threw him to the ground. Don't hit that dog again, or I'll kill you, Thornton cried. It's my dog, said Hal. Go away or I will hit you too. I'm going to Dawson. Thornton stood between him and Buck. Hal took out his long knife. Thornton knocked it out of Hal's hand. Then Thornton picked it up and cut Buck's harness. Hal did not want to fight, but was almost dead. A few minutes later, Hal and the sled went along the river. Buck raised his head and saw Pig, Soul Legs, Joe, and Dick pulling the sled. Thornton examined Buck's body. He was looking for broken bones. Buck was terribly thin and weak. You have many wounds, but no broken bones, said Thornton. Both dogs and men watched the sled. It was crossing the ice in the middle of the river. Suddenly, he backed off the sled, bent down. Dia mengambil cambuknya dan berteriak, Ayo Buck, ayo pergi. Thornton tahu orang-orang ini bodoh dan tidak mengerti. Jane tidak bergerak. Setelah beberapa saat, Soul Legs perlahan berdiri. Joe menangis, tapi dia berdiri. Pig mencoba 2 kali dan jatuh. Ketiga kalinya dia berdiri. Buck tidak mencoba. Hal menyambuknya, tapi Buck tidak bergerak. Thornton ingin berbicara, tetapi dia tidak melakukannya. Hal sangat marah dan mengambil tongkat itu. Dia memukul Buck lagi dan lagi, tapi Buck tidak mau berdiri. Dia memiliki perasaan malapetaka yang aneh. Dia melihat es tipis di depannya. Setelah begitu banyak penderitaan, dia tidak merasakan gelap. Lalu tiba-tiba Thornton melompat ke Hal dan melemparnya ke tanah. Jangan pukul anjing itu lagi, atau aku akan membunuhmu, teriak Thornton. Ini anjingku, kata Hal. Pergi atau aku akan memukulmu juga. Aku akan pergi ke Dawson. Thornton berdiri di antara dia dan Buck. Hal mengeluarkan pisau panjangnya. Thornton menjatuhkannya dari tangan Hal. Kemudian Thornton mengambilnya dan memotong tali pengikat Buck. Hal tidak mau melawan, Buck hampir mati. Beberapa menit kemudian, Hal dan kereta meluncur menyusuri sungai. Buck mengangkat kepalanya dan melihat Pig, Salt, Lex, Joe, and Dick menarik kereta luncur. Johnson menerima tubuh Buck. Dia mencari tulang yang patah. Buck sangat kurus dan lemah. Kamu memiliki banyak luka, tapi tidak ada tulang yang patah, kata Johnson. Baik anjing maupun manusia memperhatikan kereta luncur itu. Kereta luncur itu sedang melintasi es di tengah sungai. Tiba-tiba bagian belakang kereta and the front went up. There was a lot of screaming. Then a big piece of ice broke and the dog and the people dispersed. John, Thornton, and Buck looked at each other. You poor dog, said Thornton, and Buck licked his hand. John Thornton was ill all winter. His friend left him at White River while they went to Dawson. Thornton had a lot of food and he was comfortable. Now it was spring and he was better. During the warm spring days, he and Buck sat by the river. Buck watched the water and listened to the birds. He needed the long rest. Slowly he became stronger and fatter. John Thornton had two other dogs. Skid was a small dog and she made friends with Buck. When Buck was ill, she took care of him. She washed his cuts with her tongue. Nick was a big friendly dog. His eyes loved. When Buck became stronger, the three dogs played together. Thornton sometimes played with them. The days passed happily. For the first time, Buck learned to love. He and George Miller were very good friends, but Buck did not love him. John Thornton saved Buck's life, and he was the perfect master. He loved his dog and took good care of them. He always talked to Buck. He took Buck's head between his hands and shook it lovingly. He adored Thornton. When Thornton touched him or spoke to him, he was wild with happiness. He sat near Thornton and looked at his face for hours. At first, Buck followed Thornton everywhere. He did not want Thornton to leave flat Francois and Perrault. Dan naik, ada banyak teriakan, kemudian terpotong es besar pecah dan anjing-anjing dan orang-orang menghilang. John Thornton dan Buck saling berpandangan. Kamu anjing yang malang, kata Thornton dan Buck menjilat tangannya. John Thornton sakit sepanjang musim dingin. Teman-temannya meninggalkannya di White River saat mereka pergi ke Dawson. Thornton punya banyak makanan dan dia merasa nyaman. Sekarang musim semi dan dia lebih baik. Selama hari-hari John Thornton sakit sepanjang musim dingin. Teman-temannya meninggalkannya di White River saat mereka pergi ke Dawson. Thornton punya banyak makanan dan dia merasa nyaman. Sekarang musim semi dan dia lebih baik. Selama hari-hari musim semi yang hangat, dia dan Buck duduk di tepi sungai. Buck memperhatikan air dan mendengarkan burung-burung. Dia butuh istirahat panjang. Perlahan dia menjadi lebih kuat dan lebih gemuk. John Thornton punya dua anjing lain. Skate adalah seekor anjing kecil dan dia berteman dengan Buck. Ketika Buck sakit, dia merawatnya. Dia mencuci lukanya dengan lidahnya. Nick adalah anjing besar yang ramah. Matanya tertawa. Ketika Buck menjadi lebih kuat, ketiga anjing itu bermain bersama. Thornton terkadang bermain bersama mereka. Hari-hari berlalu dengan bahagia. Untuk pertama kalinya Buck belajar mencintai. Dia dan Hakim Miller adalah teman yang sangat baik, tetapi Buck tidak mencintainya. John Thornton menyelamatkan hidup Buck dan dia adalah master yang sempurna. Dia mencintai anjing-anjingnya dan merawat mereka dengan baik. Anjing-anjing itu seperti anak-anaknya. Dia selalu berbicara dengan Buck. Dia memegang kepala Buck di antara tangan dan menguncangnya dengan penuh kasih. Dia memuja Thornton. ketika Chunchun menyentuhnya atau berbicara dengannya. Dia menjadi liar dengan kebahagiaan. Dia duduk di dekat Chunchun dan menatap wajahnya selama berjam-jam. Awalnya Buck mengikuti Chunchun ke mana-mana. Dia tidak ingin Chunchun pergi seperti Francois dan Perrault. Buck was very happy with Chunchun, but he was a dog of the Northland. He dreamed of other animals and heard them calling him. It was the call of the wild. Sometimes Buck wanted to answer the call. He often went into the forest, but he always returned to Chunchun. Buck was not interested in other men. When Chunchun's friends Hans and Pete returned, Buck did not notice them. He knew they were Chunchun's good friends, and so he accepted them. Hans and Pete saw that Buck loved only Chunchun and no one else. He was always happy to be obey Chunchun. One day, they were in Circle City. Black Burton was a fat and cruel man. He was in a salon and he was fighting with another man. Chunchun tried to stop them, but sat in the corner and watched. Burton hit Chunchun and he almost fell. There was a loud growl and Buck jumped into the air and the Burton struck. The man put up his arm and saved his life. Then he fell to the ground with a bug on the top of him. Buck bit into his shirt. Some people pulled Buck off the man. A doctor arrived and examined Burton's shirt. The dog attacked only because Chunchun was in danger. Someone said from that day, Buck's name became famous all over the Northland. In the fall of that year, Buck saved Chunchun's life another time. The three men were going down the river. Chunchun was in the boat and Hans and Pete were on the river bank. They were holding the boat with a rope. Buck was on the bank and watched his master. Soon they come to the dangerous part of the river. Buck sangat senang dengan Chunchun, tapi dia adalah anjing dari Northland. Dia memimpin binatang lain dan mendengar mereka memanggilnya. Itu adalah panggilan dari alam liar. Terkadang Buck ingin menjawab panggilan itu. Dia sering pergi ke hutan, tetapi selalu kembali ke Chunchun. Buck tidak tertarik pada pria lain. Ketika teman Chunchun, Hans dan Pete kembali, Buck tidak memperhatikan mereka. Dia tahu mereka adalah teman baik Chunchun dan dia menerima mereka. Hans dan Pete melihat bahwa Buck hanya mencintai Chunchun dan tidak ada orang lain. Dia selalu senang mematuhi Chunchun. Suatu hari mereka berada di Circle City. Burton hitam adalah pria yang jahat dan kejam. Dia berada di sebuah salon dan dia berkelahi dengan pria lain. Chunchun mencoba menghentikan mereka. Buck duduk di sudut dan mengawasi. Burton menabrak Chunchun dan dia hampir jatuh. Ada suara keras, geram dan Buck melompat di udara di tenggorokan Burton. Pria itu mengangkat lengannya dan menyelamatkan hidupnya. Kemudian dia jatuh ke tanah dengan Buck di atasnya. Buck menggigit tenggorokannya. Beberapa orang menarik Buck dari pria itu. Dokter datang dan memeriksa tenggorokan Burton. Anjing itu menyerang hanya karena Chunchun dalam bahaya, kata seseorang. Sejak hari itu, nama Buck menjadi terkenal di seluruh Northland. Pada musim gugur tahun lalu, Buck menyelamatkan nyawa Chunchun di lawan waktu. Ketiga pria itu sedang menyusuri sungai. Chunchun ada di perahu dan Hans serta Pete berada di tepi sungai. Mereka memegang perahu dengan tali. Buck ada di tepi sungai dan mengawasi tuannya. Tak lama kemudian mereka tiba di bagian berbahaya dari sungai. Buck was going to fetch because current was strong. Hans pulled the rope to stop the boat, but it turned over. Chunchun fell into the water, but jumped in immediately and swam to his master. Chunchun took Buck's tail and Buck swam bravely toward the river bank. But they moved slowly because the river pushed them on the rocks. We cannot get to the river bank because the current is so too strong, said Chunchun. He held on a rock and let go Buck's tail. Then he cried, "Go, Buck, go!" Buck obeyed and swam to the riverbank. Hans and Peter pulled him out on the river. "We must work fast to save Sturgeon. He is in great danger," said Peter. They tied a rope around Buck and he jumped into the river again. The river carried him past Sturgeon when they finally reached him. Sturgeon held on to Buck, and Hans and Peter pulled the rope very hard. Sturgeon and Buck disappeared under the water. When Hans and Peter pulled them out, they both seemed dead. But they slowly opened their eyes. Sturgeon examined Buck's body and found 3 broken bones. "We must camp here until Buck is better," said Sturgeon. Kapalnya melaju terlalu kencang karena arus kuat. Hans menarik tali untuk menghentikan perahu tetapi tidak terbalik. Sturgeon jatuh ke air. Buck segera melompat dan berenang ke arah tuannya. Sturgeon mengambil ekor Buck dan Buck berenang dengan berani menuju tepi sungai. Tapi mereka bergerak perlahan karena sungai mendorong mereka ke bebatuan. "Kamu tidak bisa sampai ke tepi sungai karena arusnya terlalu kuat," kata Sturgeon. Dia memegang batu dan melepaskan ekor Buck. Kemudian dia berteriak, "Pergi, Buck, pergi!" Buck menurut dan berenang ke tepi sungai. Hans dan Peter menariknya keluar dari sungai. "Kita harus bekerja cepat untuk menyelamatkan Sturgeon. Dia dalam bahaya besar," kata Peter. Mereka mengikat tali di sekitar Buck dan dia melompat ke sungai lagi. Sungai membawanya melewati Sturgeon, tetapi dia akhirnya mencapai Sturgeon. Berpegangan pada Buck dan Hans, Peter menarik tali itu dengan sangat keras. Sturgeon dan Buck menghilang di bawah air. Ketika Hans dan Peter menarik mereka keluar, mereka berdua tampak mati. Tapi mereka perlahan membuka mata. Sturgeon memeriksa tubuh Buck dan menemukan 3 tulang patah. "Kita harus berkembang di sini sampai Buck sembuh," kata Sturgeon.